Hey everybody, and welcome back to Rathlin Island. Day 2 of early winter, and it is time for us to sell off some crop. Got some pretty good prices for canola and barley. We've got a pretty darn good price for wood chips also. In fact, we've been selling some wood chips earlier today over at the heating plant down at the BGA. And now we're going to take this load across the sound. Well, to the same sell point that we have been taking our produce to. Got a pretty darn good price for wood chips over there. And while we're over there, I guess we'll pick up some fuel. Because today we're just going to basically be making a whole bunch of trips back across the sound, to and fro, selling wood chips, canola, selling barley, and if time permits, we've got a load of milk we need to take over there. And tomorrow, well, we'll be hauling produce over there, but we've got a couple pallets of saplings that we to bring back over here to plant good old-fashioned way. Last year, we planted saplings there in the forest, and we had to use that awful tree planter. Darn thing is just a little pain in the tail. It's slow, it's cumbersome, it's bulky. Really can't do much of anything other than plant in a row. So what we're going to do is we are going to plant our saplings the good old-fashioned way. This time, a shovel in our hands allow us to put the saplings where we want them to be, not where the planter says they should go. So I'm excited about that. Some more trees in the ground because we want to be practicing sustainable farming. It's already starting to show sunset, so we might not get a whole bunch of stuff sold today anyway. Just maybe we have maybe waited a little bit too late to start our runs across the sound. As you can see, look at our forecast there. We've got another good clear day tomorrow, and then comes the rain, snow. Got 2 days of snow and 2 days of rain here in the forecast till the end of winter. Probably will be seeing some frozen ground here very soon. Still have a 34-degree ground temp at the moment, but with the low tomorrow and the low on Friday, we have low freezing every day of the week coming up, and a couple days below freezing air temperature. So all that kind of coincides with eventually we'll have some frozen ground. Pretty much have hung up our field work for the year at this point. All we have to do occupy our time is forestry, our produce, our greenhouses, and our animals. Trying to drive this ferry to this dock. Sometimes be challenging. Think you're straight on it, but clearly you're not. All right. Go. Heading back on out of here. So we are going to get a decent sunset out of here. It's the same place that we are selling our produce. We sold some potatoes out here a while ago, last couple years ago, didn't we? It was last year. I'm not really sure anymore. I know they take wood chips, I'm just not sure exactly where. Let's go ahead and pull on in here and figure it out, right? Let's see here. Okay. Wood chips. Well, right there you go. Back in there. Or and up. Let's turn the lights on. Go on in here. Sure, I'm glad that we don't have a dolly trailer. $4,400. Load of wood chips. Not too terrible bad. I didn't mean to shut the door on me. Alright. Let's head over here to the Shell station and get some fuel. So guys, I looked at a map earlier this weekend. And, well, by the time this video airs, the map video should have been out for a few days. But it's over on the Mod Hub. And I can't really pronounce the name of the map. It starts with an S. It's, man, it's in a very interesting map, and at a couple of the sell points. Well, one of them where you buy your animals, and one of the other sell points quite interesting because there's a scale, and Diesel will have to come. A couple of the sell points, they have scales, and when you pull up to the scales, you get weighed, you know, just like the scales at that sell point, except the little thing pops up on your screen. It gives you your empty weight, and if you've got a load, it gives you the weight of the load and the basically what the load is. It's quite interesting. First time I saw that on a map, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Cool. $300 later. Right. Definitely want to get my canola sold today, before it gets dark and sell point closed. And that it goes to a sell point that I haven't used before. Aren't that many sell points here on the map, and there's one that I'm pretty sure I haven't sold anything to at this point. Kind of hoping that it is that one. Let's just go ahead and look. And hold here. $820 at Ballet Castle. Valley Castle Green is the, oh, that's the one that I wanted to sell to. That's cool. No, I've sold to that one. Just sell to Valley Castle Green. Got what, 28,000 liters of canola. Let's 24,000 liters of canola. So that's 2 trips. It's 1 full trip and 1 partial trip. I'll sell off our canola. Then we'll see what else we can get done for the night. It's not going to be a whole lot going on this winter. We're going to do some forestry just to occupy our time a little bit. Like I said, care for our animals and all milk back and forth, all our produce and our dairy goods. Sell points every couple days. Beyond that, it's just going to be spreading a little salt around, clearing the roads off. General fare. But what are you all doing? What's the latest rumors you all are hearing about FS17 at this point? Not been much come out last couple days. Had a kind of a flurry of news come out right after FarmCon, and we're kind of leading up now into is it GameCon, some other con. It's coming up here in August. Oh, there. Some days I can drive into this dock without a single problem. Other days I am... See, some days I can just do that, except not bang into it so hard. Other days, not so much. I don't know if I talked to you. I know I mentioned it in a live stream. Pretty sure I mentioned it in a live stream. I don't know if I've mentioned it in a recording or not. But, you know, I've been not really harassed, but I have had to deal with, at this point, 3 copyright notices or copyright claims against videos on this map. And I've kind of kept quiet about it. You know, I haven't really talked about it. But you know, it's kind of ridiculous to when you think about what's going on here. So, you know, for a couple, I guess probably about 2 months ago, I got the first copyright claim on the map on a video. It was the very first video I did on the map, basically setting everything up. And it was a clip that was the offensive clip was when I was over at the lighthouse, looking up at the lighthouse, like, you know, looking out over the sound and everything. And the only thing that was audible was the seagulls. Like, are you kidding me? Seagulls are copyright? So I disputed the claim. I mean, basically what they wanted was to say that I couldn't monetize the video because it had copywritten, protected content. And as a result of that, they were going to basically claim the monetization from the entire video. It was like, I don't know, 15-second clip. So I wrote back, because you can dispute claims, and I wrote back and I said, okay, 1, I can't find the audio song for the artist that you claim I have copyrighted material on to compare for myself what I'm hearing versus what is in the recording. But the only thing that I'm hearing are some seagulls. So there is no way that you're telling me that you have copywritten the sound of the seagull. Are you going to file a lawsuit against seagulls for basically making sounds for which you have copyrighted? And to some extent, I think the seagulls could get a lawyer and file a countersuit against you for and demonstrate that they have had what I understand is the terminology prior art with respect to a copyright. So they have to copyright something in order for it to be protected. You simply need to demonstrate that you have basically been able, you generated something, created something prior to someone else creating it. Demonstrate that and document it. Then basically that serves a similar purpose. Like, I think the seagulls probably could claim prior art sounds over and above your copyright. Well, I guess I was smart alecky enough. They dropped copyright. Probably because they realized, yeah, can't exactly copyright sounds of seagulls. And then a couple weeks later, I get hit with a second notice. The exact same song. For the exact same reason. So I reach out to the map author and I go, okay, so where did you get these seagull sounds from? And then later, I was watching a video of somebody on West Coast, and they were down at the dock area, and I heard seagulls. I'm like, those are the same seagulls I on Rathlin. So I was like, so I messaged Bullet Bill and I said, where did you get the seagull sounds? Explained the issue. And he was like, well, that's the first I've heard of anybody having a copyright problem. I hadn't heard of anyone having a problem with West Coast. He felt that he was pretty sure he got the sound clips from Sandy Bay from Oxygen David. So I was like, reached out to Oxygen David. I said, hey, where did you get those seagull sounds from? Explained my my predicament. And he basically said, well, he got them from this website that basically provides free, you know, not uncopyrighted, but free public domain sounds, basically. Oh, okay. So, just keep that little information in the back of my pocket in the event that I have other issues. And so I go in and basically reply back to this second claim. Say, hey, all right, look. I had another claim on me for this exact sound, and you all dropped it the other week. So why don't you drop this one? And maybe it would be wise to basically mark this sound and maybe these videos as obviously videos that are not in offense of your recording due to seagull sounds. So about a week or so later, I get an email that the claim has been dropped. Yippee for me. It's two successful disputes for material that never should have been copyrighted to begin with. And I figured, okay, The issue's resolved. I'm not going to have any more problems. Well, last week, I get a third copyright notice for a video on the map, on this map. The exact same reason. Just darn seagulls. Exact same song. Off I go again to dispute yet again seagulls. So, you know, it's like, are you kidding me? Really worth it? What are you really going after? I mean, videos, over the life of these videos, I might earn like $3 a video. Might. On the offset that it's watched a lot. Are you really gaining much by going to all this effort? Dispute, or not to dispute, but claim copyright infringement and to basically try to strong arm yourself into a couple pennies video. And I know most people would probably have just said, oh, you know, it's copyright, what's going on? Just dealt with it. YouTube does have a button that you click, basically allow you to remove the offensive audio from your video. I expect lots of people do that. But I'm not going to let that just happen, strong-armed by the recording industry, for something that, quite frankly, is not an issue. Not have an audio recording going on that is clearly a song, any other type of material. It was sounds of nature. Can't copyright sounds of nature, people. Alright. Well, it is dark. And night has fallen here on Rathlin Island. I really do like how the water here gets this milky color to it at night. Today it's still nice and crisp and clear. I do like this milky color. Kind of wish it was this milky color all the time. Because I doubt that the sound here is super clean, super clear. Having a kind of a milky color where you can't really see too far below the surface would be pretty cool, I think. In fact, I saw some screenshots of a map CCS 101 was working on. It's a it's an island map where you've got to use this ferry to get around. And the water on that map was a muddy color. Really looked good. Really made you think from the screenshots that those were legit pictures of a coast. Someone standing on the edge of a port, out over the water, seeing the muddy water there. I think it's an Amazon Islands map, so it's kind of set to be in the Amazon area of South America. And you know, we've all seen videos of big Amazonian rivers are not overly $1,000 of canola price. This is really good. Here, canola price might ink a little bit better, but barley price might jump up tomorrow. Wheat price is pretty much maxed out, so maybe we should sell off wheat. Fair amount. load up some wheat, and we'll take that across. That'll be our last trip for the day. Have to haul our milk tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be all about planting saplings in the ground, old-fashioned way. Got some stumps we got to grind up. Then we're going to be putting those saplings in the ground. Really looking forward to that. What other cool mods have come out recently that you all are head over heels for? No comments. It's been a Case tractor came out by the same Strophilis modding. That's the name of them. Done some other really good tractors that have lots of interactive elements in them, lots of animations. I haven't had a chance to try it out. I did see it at the Mod Hub the other day. Also had kind of a flurry of maps being released last week and a half. So much that I've got, basically have about 2 weeks worth of map videos pretty much already, not really recorded, but basically already planned out as to which videos are going to be airing when. Just needing to record them. Because of the flurry of map releases. It's kind of expecting, well, at some point maybe the releases will taper off as we as the news of 19's release date is announced and everything. But I guess there's still folks that want to get their work in progress done before the deadline. And speaking to that end, I have actually started my own little map project. Mostly just to get a little bit more familiar with the overall process. Not really expecting to release this thing. Anybody? Maybe some people that I know on Discord and whatnot. But it's going to be as realistic as I can muster my rookie map skills. A map of my home place where I grew up. I've gotten it into editor, GE editor, using terrain. So as best as I can muster, the map's going to have realistic elevations to it. I'm going to try to, it's a Google Earth image, to draw roads in the fields and everything to as close as I can to scale and to correct shape. That fields that are on the side of a pretty good hill are going to be on the side of a pretty good hill in game, hopefully. Roads that up a pretty steep bank, on up a pretty good bank, hopefully. I haven't gotten it in game yet. I just got the terrain in today. Got into editor. Uh-oh. Fell off. Swim over here. How my flashlight works underwater. I got into the editor today and smoothed out all the jaggedy bits from importing the Google terrain information. It's down on the kind of down ground level on the in the editor, and it looked pretty good as far as the elevations and everything. So you'll probably hear me talk a little bit more about that. If you're in my Discord, you'll definitely see some images pop in. Put up a channel today, a text channel, just to kind of demonstrate, or not demonstrate, but show off my show off the progress as I move through my stages of learning. But I would say that I would encourage anyone that has the means, meaning anyone that's a PC player or has a computer, you have the means to try the editor out and everything. Strongly encourage you to do it. It really will give you a whole new perspective on map making and map builders. Talent that these guys have and the amount of work that they go through in order to provide you a gaming experience like we're having right here on Rathlin Island is absolutely incredible. The amount of effort and time that it goes into making a map. It's just amazing about it. Just try not to run. Oh. Alright guys, well, it's about time to let you all go. I want to thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please click the like button. We didn't do too much today other than just make a bunch of runs across the sound and everything, but you know, it's winter time. It's when crop prices are at their peak, and that's when you sell stuff. It's just a byproduct of the season and what you do during winter. So if you aren't a subscriber, please just give it a consideration. You don't need to subscribe if you don't want to, but just think about it for about, I don't know, 5 seconds. And if during that 5 seconds you should decide to hit that subscribe button, well then, so be it. But until next time, guys, happy farming.